Hello guys, welcome back to the Rising Tide. I am Darlington, and in this video I will be showing you how to create emoji keyboards inside of your React Native application. So we'll be creating two types of keyboard. We have the sticker keyboard and the emoji keyboard, which are various keyboard types you use in your social media applications such as WhatsApp and Telegram. As you can see here, we have a React Native application with 4 tabs. The first 2 tabs are your default tabs that you have when you spin up a React Native application, and the third one is actually our emoji keyboard application. The last one is the sticker keyboard application. So we'll begin with the emoji keyboard. If I click on this emoji icon here, our keyboard is going to pop up, and with everything just like a normal keyboard. Now this has a lot, if not all, the possible emojis that you may need. I believe it has like 9 keyboards less than WhatsApp, but other than that, it has all the emojis that you would probably want to use. It also has like the slides, exactly the same as your social media applications. Now you can customize this. You can customize these tabs down here to behave as required, so you can change the colors or the theme or however you want. Now if you click on outside of it, that's going to exit the keyboard, so you can also make the adjustments to display however you want. If I click on an emoji, it's going to get that emoji. I'm actually logging it somewhere. Apologies for this pop-up. I'm having issues with my emulator. Alright, so if you click on the last tab, which is this one here, you're going to find the next the sticker keyboard. So when I click on this emoji, you're going to have the list of stickers that I have added to the keyboard. These are not stickers that come with a package or a library. These are stickers that I personally downloaded courtesy of an application that I found on WhatsApp, on playStore rather. So I'm going to leave a link to the application below, so you can also go there and download your own stickers and use in your own application. So if you have a lot of stickers, I'm also going to leave a link if you need to use the stickers, because these are not all of them. There are like 1,000 of them. I'm going to leave the link to my GitHub repo, so you just go to my GitHub and you'll be able to fork the project or download it, and within it you'll find this sticker keyboard exactly the same way as we do in the project. So that's what we're going to be doing in this tutorial. If it sounds interesting or is exciting to you, please subscribe to the channel, and let's get started now. As usual, we are going to be starting our application using a blank React Native project. I'm going to come to my project navigation menu here and create the first tab screen. Just call it emoji, and we will generate the boilerplate for this component by running rnfs for React Native function component and hitting tab or enter to generate that component. We're going to minimize this tab bar here. But before that, we need to add this JSX to our tsconfig file so that our application should be able to bundle it, which is already added. So if you don't have it, please go to your JSconfig file and add the JSX there. Now once that is done, when you save that, it is supposed to generate your screen. So okay, I think there was something wrong with my emulator not refreshing immediately. As you can see, our screen has been generated. It has the icon because I already added the icons here in our layouts tab. I already added the 2. Let me minimize those. In our layouts tab, I already added the 2 tabs, which is our emoji tab and the sticker board tab. So our emoji tab is displaying now because I already have it. I'm not going to go into changing icons because we're not doing that in this video. Now back here, the only library we need to use to install for this project is the React Native emoji keyboard. So I'm going to open a new terminal by pressing Ctrl+Shift+Tilde and run the command yarn add React Native emoji keyboard. and hit enter. Once that is finished installing, we're going to minimize the terminal, and in here we would import. We would begin by importing the library. So we'll say import emoji picker from the React Native emoji keyboard library, and in here we're just going to replace that emoji button with the emoji picker component. Now this component takes in a couple of props. One of them is open prop, which is you can set it to true. I'm just going to set it to is open, which is a state I'm going to create later on, and emoji select, which is a function which we are going to also create. First, let's create the state. So I'm going to say use state import. That's going to create a use state snippet, and I will create this open. Set the state to be so just say true by default. We also need to import the state as well, and the function that loads when you click on an emoji. We're just going to console log the emoji once the user selects it. I'm going to save that now and go to the emoji tab, and once you click on it, you see the emoji keyboard open automatically. That is everything you need to do to set up that emoji keyboard. If I go to the console of our application, the first one, this one, and if I click on an emoji, as you can see, we are console logging that emoji. It has its name as well and other attributes. So you have everything about the emoji. I'm having error with emoji close, or I haven't defined the onClose function. So also another prop. So you say onClose, it's going to set open to false, because once you click on an emoji, that emoji keyboard would want to close itself. Okay, this is supposed to be a function, an arrow function, a callback. When I click on it now, our emoji keyboard gets displayed, and when you select one, the emoji gets selected. If you check the console, we have our emoji there, so you can decide to not close it. You can decide to use it however you want and customize it by adding colors and other things. You can check out the documentation for this library. The link will be in the description to learn more about it. So that's everything we did to have our emoji keyboard. Next, we're going to go to our sticker keyboard, which is a bit more complicated to implement since everything was done manually and there's no library that you install for that to have to get that functionality. Inside the tabs, I'm going to create a new file, call it sticker keyboard. Let's say JSX, not JS. Rename it to, and in here we'll generate our boilerplate for our application. We'll create a sticker board component here, so call it a component. We'll create a component here to manage the custom sticker keyboard. So I'm just going to call it sticker board, like Sticky Joe. And in here we would come down to our components section and create the sticker board JSX component, generate the boilerplate for this, save it, and we will import it here. Alright, now we're not done with this component yet, as well as the emoji component, because we still have to add those buttons, those emoji buttons. You can click on it to open the keyboard and do whatever you want to do and select your emoji or keyboard. So we still have to come back to these components, the emoji and the sticker keyboard. If you notice, in the final version, we actually had our component being displayed over everything else. This is because we used a model component. I'm going to import that model component here, and we're going to pass in a couple of props. The first one we're just going to pass is the visible state, which we're going to set it to true by default. We are going to update that later. We're going to pass in the transparency state and set it to true. Finally, we'll pass in an animation style. We'll set it to a slide animation so that it will slide from the bottom up. There are other parameters that we'll also pass. I think the last one we should pass for now is the on request close props, which is going to be a function that we run on close. Just leave it at to be an empty arrow function for now. In here, we will create the first pressable, which is going to be our overlay, which will lie under the component and will help us to close the model. We'll style it with the style. Set styles dot model overlay, if that is how you spell it, and on press we'll just leave an empty function for now. Now in here we'll create a view. This will not say model but model content. This is where we're going to place all of our content in our application, and we'll wrap everything in a safe area view. So this safe area view from React Native. Now this will also have a style, so we're going to call it style. So it will be styles.container. And finally, in here is where we're going to have the flat list that will display all of our data, all of our stickers, which we're going to import in a second. I'm just going to call the flat list not this one, so onto flat list from React Native, this one, the second one. And for the properties, we're going to pass in the data attribute. This will be say stickers, which we have to import up here. So I'll say const stickers, and I'll pass in an empty array for now. The number of columns, I was going to set it to, let's create a variable up here or state up here to manage a number of columns. I'll call useState, import useState hook, and then we use our snippet to generate the useState. First, we're going to call this the num columns as well, and we'll give it a static value of 4. And down here we'll pass the num columns. The next prop we're going to pass is the key extractor. Okay. Here we'll change this to index, since we're passing. No, we're only rendering the index instead. Yes, that is much better. Other props we're going to pass to this component are the show vertical indicator, which we're going to set it to false to not show the indicator when the user is scrolling, and the container styles. We're going to pass in container style to be content container, and we'll save that. Now we need to import this sticky library, so I'm just going to pause the video now and import all the icons that we used. I finished importing the libraries that we needed. So if you come here to the stickers asset folder, you're going to see the stickers library, where we have a lot of libraries, a lot of stickers here. So these are just some GIFs that I downloaded, as I mentioned earlier. And in here I've already imported everything. So you come here, you see stickers, and we have a list of all the stickers that we use. I'm going to close this now. And I actually had to restart the application, to refresh the application for you to see this page. So when you save that, you're going to see, when you reload the application, you're going to see the screen, the tab being displayed with the sticker board telling you that this file is actually taking the entire width of the screen. So now that we have everything set, now let's create our render items, render item prop, which we're going to call this render items. We'll create the function up here, const render items. This will take in the item and it will return a touchable opacity for each of them. So it will be touchable opacity, and let's close that first. Before saving, we need to import touchable opacity from React Native to have that saved, and we would use the image library as the source to be the item itself, and the style to just say sticker. And once we save that, but we did not import the image. Let's import that first. We import image from React. Let's check our sticker board component now. As you can see, all the components are being displayed. Now the problem with this is the components are not animating. This is because we're using the default. Let me close this. We're using the default image library inside of React Native. What we need to do is we need to install the export image library. I'm going to open the terminal here and run yarn add export image. And that's going to install the export image library, which is going to allow us to be able to see these items get animated. Let's exit out of this as well. Now if we change this, let's remove this import up here, and we would import this from not React Native. Where did it go? Okay, let's just manually import it. Import image from export image. Now we save that and nothing is getting displayed. Let's try to add in some props to it and see if that's going to fix it. So we're going to set the content fit to contain. Let me see. Yes, contain. And another prop we'll pass is the transition. Set this to 1000. Save that and see what happens. Size of the item to define how the item is going to get rendered. So let me give it the height, a variable, call it height, and we'll set the width as well. Width to width, or rather let us call it sticker height and sticker width. Sticker height and sticker width. I don't think this I made an error here. These are not supposed to be displayed inside of here. We need to remove it. We need to wrap it inside of curly brackets. Why are we still getting errors? Add a comma here. Alright, that has solved those errors. Now let's create the sticker height and sticker width component. No, we do not need a stage for this, so we're just going to call screen width. We're going to get the screen width from the Windows width, and down here we'll set the sticker width to be the screen width divided by a number of columns, which is set to 4, and from this we're going to subtract certain number of pixels to it to add to forecast our padding. We're going to wrap this here. For the sticker height, we're just going to leave it to sticker width. Let's save this and see what happens. But with no import dimensions, control space and import dimensions from React Native. Now that is still not getting displayed. Alright, it is actually getting displayed right now, so you can see all of our components, all of our stickers are getting displayed, and since we're using a model, it is actually getting displayed over our tabs. So if you don't want that, you can go back to your default view, and that is going to show them under the tabs. Now we can now style our components to have the same effect as we had in the final version. So I'm just going to copy paste it from my other screen. I'll paste the styles, and that should give us the effect that we need. It says platform is not defined. I think we use some libraries here like platform, which you have to import from React Native. And we have our sticker component getting displayed normally. Now you can add your own search bar to the top of this to actually have it to search, but for that to be possible, you need to actually come to your stickers and give them name so that you can actually search based on the name. So you, instead of having a list of just stickers, you should have a list of objects where you would pass in the name to be whatever you want. Let's say for the first one, it is, let's call it confused dog. So you can call it confused dog, and you can add some tags to it so that user can search based on the tag, the URL before that, and then the tags. Confused dog, pet, whatever you want, so that when user typing any of these keywords, your sticker is going to filter with those properties. So that is for you to decide how you want to do it. Me, I'm just going to leave it like this, just to display how this application would work. That's everything we need. Now going back to our root component, let me minimize this. Like I earlier mentioned, we're going to we need to give it a button here that will trigger the action of showing the sticker keyboard. We'll create touchable opacity. Import touchable opacity from React Native, and in here we would just call our Iconicons icon with the name Emoji. I believe that is, there is no icon. Alright, the name of our icon is called Happy Outline. Set the size and everything, and once we save that, we're going to have our emoji get. Alright, that's it displaying at the top right hand corner, top left angle of the screen. Now let us give it some style here to have our application display properly. We'll just set some style flex, and we'll give it some padding top to be 50, just to get it from showing up at that angle. Or you can style this however way you want. Now down here we'll create the function that runs on press. So create on press, and this function is just supposed to show the model. To achieve that, we need to create a state to manage if the sticker board is being displayed or not. So create the use state, we'll call it sticker board, like sticker Joe. We'll set it to false. In here we would say when the user presses on this button, you should set the sticker board to true, and down here we would pass this state to the sticker board. So we'll call it visible, and we'll set it to sticker board state. Next we will pass in the onClose function, which is what happens when the user tries to close it. Unclose, and we'll just set the sticker board state to false. Save that. It says alright, this state is conflicting with our, this property is conflicting with our state. Let us reduce that to a small s, and we can save that, and that should fix that error. Now sticker board component now is now going to receive those states as props. First the visible state, and then the onClose function. Now down here in our model, instead of directly rendering visible to true, we're going to change it to be the visible state, and onClose we're going to remove this empty function here and call the onClose function. Same thing down here, when you press on this dark area, we're also going to close the sticker board, so call the onClose as well. Save that, and it says onclick, or no, not onclick, onClose. Close with a capital C. I believe that is what we pass. Now when you click on this, it's going to display our sticker board, and if I click outside, it's going to close it. Emulator is a bit slow today. Alright, that is everything we need to do for the sticker board component to achieve the same result inside of the emoji keyboard. We'll just copy the function, the button rather, come into the emoji keyboard component and paste it in here. Next, we just need to import the components that we're using. Import the touchable opacity. We would create the is open state is already defined, so we'll just use it here. We'll set it to set is open. Down here on close, we've already defined it to close it, and that should also work for this component. What is missing? Ionicons. We need to import the ionicons, or however you pronounce it, is ionic icons. And yeah, the default state for this one is true as well, so we'll change it to false. So the keyboard is not displaying by default, but when you click on it, you're going to have the keyboard show. Click outside, it is going to close, and yeah, you have the control for the keyboard. Same thing for the emoji keyboard. When you click on this icon, your keyboard will show and you'll be able to see the icons. My computer is slow. It's not slow on an actual device, just having issues with my emulator. And you'll be able to scroll through them and select the emoji that you want. So if you want to select an emoji, you just need to call a function on press. Alright, so that's everything for this tutorial. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel. I'm creating a YouTube Zero to Hero course that is going to teach you everything you need to know about the fundamentals of React Native, from what is React Native all the way to building complex applications. So if you're interested in that kind of content, please subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss it when it gets uploaded.